Hi, this is Marla, new mom to Mariella, who is a 3 weeks old, and she'll be a month old soon. I can't believe it. She'll be a month old on the 13th. Goes by fast. So again, I'm just doing some videos to kind of do a video blog of the things that I like, what I've noticed. The second time around, I have a 5-year-old son. So this is a little bit different now, having a newborn. Of course, there's new products out, new things, um, things that I'm more familiar with, and just want to give my 2 cents. I am not an expert. I am merely giving my opinion. So this is not the end all be all. And I want to make that clear. This is just my opinion, and maybe it can help. Maybe somebody else will see something that resonates with them. Just a note, I plan on being more glamorous down the line. It's just not going to happen. This is real motherhood. If I had time to slap on some makeup, whew, I'd be a bad mama. So, I'm going to start with diapers. For newborns, these are the Huggies brand. These are the little snugglers. And I've also received some of the Pampers brand. So the difference between these two, I think the big difference is, let's see. This is the front of the Pampers brand, and these are again for newborns. And this is the front for the Huggies. Huggies are here. This is Pampers. So as you can see, the Huggies has this little thing for like the umbilical cord so that it doesn't rub up against it. There's a cut here, but it's not as deep. It's just kind of a little curve. I prefer these. I prefer the Huggies over the Pampers for a couple of reasons. I do like that this cut is like a little bit deeper and it's more noticeable. I also just love the diapers. I like the little design. They both have the indicators of if they're wet. They're pretty much identical. So I don't know what they're probably sharing the same technology there, if it's technology. But I do prefer these. The Huggies are just plain diapers. For some reason, the Pampers have this scent. I don't know what it is. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just a scent. But the Huggies, to me, again, in my opinion, do not have that scent. And I also think they have kind of this waistband in the back, that little bit of elastic that kind of holds the babies. Not here on the Pampers. That elastic's not there. So there's like a little elastic there, and there isn't any here. Also, I think these seem a little bit thicker inside compared to the Pampers to me. These are a little bit thinner. I don't know, they just seem a little bit thinner. On the inside, the way they look, the difference between the two. Like, to me, this one clearly looks a little bit thicker than the Pampers. Not saying that they don't perform or that I've had accidents in this one, in the Pampers, but I just prefer the Huggies. I really do. I prefer the Huggies. Right now, as a newborn, little snugglers, I prefer the Huggies brand over the Pampers brand. Another thing that I really like is Weleda. This stuff is awesome. It smells so good and it's natural. And this is made with calendula oil. This is the oil, so I put this on the baby skin. It says gently cares and protects delicate skin. So this is really good for babies. And this is kind of a baby line. It does say Weleda baby, but adults can use it or whatever, especially if you have sensitive skin. I remember I used this with my son when after I had my son. I had really bad pups and eczema together. So yeah, say a prayer, because that was a hard time. But yeah, I did have that, and I used this, and this did provide some relief. But I really love this now for my baby. So this is the oil, and this is the bath cream. So I give the baby this, and it says 100% certified natural care, baby care. Now, I'm not a huge greenie. I'm probably like a really, really light green when it comes to certain things. I mean, I'm not using cloth diapers. So, my choice, again, don't come at me. If that's what you do, God bless. Not myself, not right now. It's nothing that I'm not open to trying, and I am getting some cloth diapers for a friend to give it a try, but not a priority to me. Um, but I do like this, and like I said, it does say 100% certified organic, and if anybody wants to specify what that exactly means, they can. I'm not sure right now. I know it has, some people can put that on there, and I know there's this thing called greenwashing that means that it's not necessarily true. But I really like this. And also, I got this sample of this weather protecting cream. And this is really great because it's a little bit thicker. And I like this because, like, you put it on your skin and it just kind of absorbs quickly, especially living in Chicago. So this was great. And these are not cheap. The bath cream is $17. There's and the oil is $16.50. So these items aren't cheap. There is also a body wash that foams. I just like this one. I like using this on my baby. I feel like the baby's clean and also moisturized. Black people love to be moisturized, so that's how I'm working that. That works for me. Another thing that I like, if you're into swaddling, I got this swaddling blanket off of Amazon, and it's called Loving Baby Swaddling Blanket. Now, if you've ever tried to swaddle a baby, I'm going to get my little Mickey Mouse down. You know that swaddling sometimes it comes loose, and it depends on how you're working it or whatever. I'm not against swaddling. My husband likes to do it. I personally think my daughter doesn't like it. My son didn't like it. But we try it and we do it sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We just kind of go with the flow. But what I like about this swaddling blanket is, if you can see, it's got the pieces, to go down and up. And then I'm going to show you, it ties. So you don't have to really worry about it coming loose. And I put my daughter in this a couple of times, and she's actually stayed in it, with no problem. But I'm going to wrap up Mickey here and show you guys how this thing looks afterwards, to give you an idea of what you can do with it. So it ties. It has these little flaps on the end that tie. So you don't have to worry about it coming loose. You can take you do the doo-doo for swaddling. Doo-doo, D-U-D-U, down, up. So this incorporates that, but when you bring this part up, you tie it with these two right here, which is great. And so I got this off Amazon. I think it was about $22. I'll post the links for it. But I love this. And my husband liked it too. He likes the hospital blankets they give you, but he liked this one. He really said this one was quite great. So I would highly recommend this if you're a big swaddler, because the baby will stay in it and it won't come out. Especially if your baby's sleeping and they come out of the swaddle and it bothers them. Another thing that I like is, of course, the Boppy. And a friend of mine gave me her Boppy, and I bought the cover, and I got this one off Amazon. I had registered for this one. This is the Mambo. And the great thing about this is that it has a zipper here. And it has like this vibrator that you put inside, and it takes a battery, the round kind, and you put this in. So this is great. Like when you feed your baby, you can put it, kind of relax them a little bit. And it has a soft side, and then this side is firm for breastfeeding or whatever. My complaints about this, I think it's great. I really do. And let me tell you something. If you're a mom, you got to have two Boppies, okay? Because if you can find like the cheap version, like this one, my friend gave me this. I've seen them on Craigslist for $5, and if you have to buy the cover, it's worth it. Because if your baby spits up on one, and what's the chances of you getting to do your laundry that minute that day to clean it up, to bring it back upstairs when you have to use it again? pretty unlikely. So I highly advise having two, two boppies, however it works for you. Again, my word is not bond here. It's just what I think. So this one, the Mambo. My complaints about it is this zipper part. I wish it had two zippers at the side, so when I'm feeding, if I want to turn it on, I can just go from one side or the other and they meet up in the middle, but it doesn't. Also, this thing, I think it was advertised that it was on a timer. I'm not sure, and I'll have to look into that and make adjustments accordingly. But it doesn't stop on its own, which means the battery has ran out. The battery ran out when I first had it. Again, my baby's 3 weeks old, so I had it that first week, and the battery went out because it was on, and it just kept running. So I do think that that's an issue. Also, it seems like it's kind of sensitive. Sometimes I can pick it up and move the boppy somewhere and it turns on. So I think that this part needs to be readjusted. The zipper part here, a zipper on each, not just one side, but like on both sides. So if I'm feeding the baby like this and I want to turn it on to relax her even more, which she loves the little vibrating, I can just reach in and I'm not feeling around, going around the baby, trying to figure out where it's at. So if you had two zippers, you don't have to worry about that instead of trying to find this one and then find the opening. Though it is clever. I mean, everything can be perfected at every time, right? So those are my likes for today. I am extremely sleep deprived. My daughter was up from about 11 to about 2:30 this morning. And now, of course, she's sleeping. Like a baby, like an angel, just like can't wake her up to save my life, which just kind of is a little irritating because now you're like, where was all that moxie last night? Where's all that good sleeping at? So, yeah, I'm a little tired, and hopefully she will sleep, and that's going to be another post about sleep training and if I get there, how I got there, what I used. That one's going to take some time. And I have to get some sleep in the meantime. So that's it for me. If you have any questions, you can make some comments. Post. Hopefully I'll get back to you within a timely fashion. And that's about it. Talk to you later. Bye.